What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Random Binder Scraps. This is your favorite random rambling going on while you're washing the dishes, bored at work, or overall just avoiding humanity. My name is Chris, coming at you with another existential crisis, and today I'm going to be talking about our multiplayer games a waste of time. Now, some people's point of view, my parents included, all video games are a waste of time. There are some people where no video games are a waste of time. And I agree with that to a degree. The problem I'm running into is very existential. There are 1,000,001 games that I want to play that are all single player. At the time of recording this video, Stellar Blade, my most anticipated game of the year, reviews are dropping, it's coming out, and I literally don't have time to play it right now. And I'm like right at the tail end. I'm in the DLC of Final Fantasy 16, which I hope to be like talking about the DLC and just the story as a whole soon on this channel. I don't do any review type stuff, but you get the picture. So I'm like knee deep in Final Fantasy 16 DLC that I just bought the expansion pass to. So why am I gonna throw that to the side or rush through it when there's not gonna be another Final Fantasy 17 for another fucking decade probably? Why would I throw that out when Stellar Blade, it's not going anywhere? And then if I'm struggling this much with my single player backlog, I'm finishing up Sunset Overdrive for when I'm like not feeling the headiness of an existentialism of Final Fantasy 16. So I go back and forth between a big game and a small game. That big game list is fucking massive. And even that small game list, your games like your Sunset Overdrive, No More Heroes, Bayonetta 2, various action games like that, like those still take like 10, 12 hours. So that being said, I'm like trying to scrape together like, between 20 and 45 minutes, an hour if I'm lucky on these weekdays, and then closer to an hour and a half of random sporadic pick up and play times, whenever I can get them in. And most of that is done with this bad boy right here, the Rogue Ally. I get maybe, and granted this is my own fault, but I don't advocate for it, but I'm not getting hours and hours of like television time. There's a glare on my TV half the day, so I can't even fucking see it if it's a dark game. So, how am I gonna play 2 hours a night of a game like Helldivers 2? A game that's really been capturing my attention, like looks right up my alley. It's a third-person cover-based shooter that is the Gears of War franchise is like my favorite shooter of all time. Mass Effect is probably my second favorite gaming franchise of all time, and has like that style of combat, a little bit of janky too, which is like perfect. That's what this game looks like. It looks incredible. It looks so much fun. There are so many guys in the Discord that play it regularly. I feel like I'm missing out so much, and that's not even to say the games that I don't even touch. Obviously, like Fortnite was just not a good fit for me, but something like Call of Duty, Warzone, like I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3 in high school. Like that's something I could like not really unwind, but put in a couple hours for free at the end of every night. And that's not even, oh my god. Yeah, there's Overwatch, which completely consumed like 2 years of my life. Like that was like almost all I played. Now I can play that on the ROG with Overwatch 2. Granted, it's a little annoying, and I haven't even really delved into Overwatch 2 at all. So like, what the hell am I doing? Then, ladies and gentlemen, you have the whole genre of sports games, which I loved growing up, and is a big reason why I didn't beat a single goddamn game up until like, from basically any game of consequence, from Ocarina of Time to like Red Dead Redemption 1. There was like a whole gap where all I did was play like Madden, NBA Live, NBA 2K, MVP Baseball, the midway sports games, and like wrestling games. And wrestling games is this whole thing. It's like drugs. I'm not gonna touch it. So, what is a guy to do? Am I looking in the wrong places? A great example is I have installed on here with hopes to unwind after a long day is Burnout Paradise Remastered. Burnout Paradise I absolutely adored for that reason. It's like flow gaming where you're just like going through, you see a race, you pick it up, you're kind of clearing the map. I don't even remember all the aspects, but I remember absolutely loving it. And I'm like, I think that would be so good for me on days where I'm kind of too overwhelmed from work or too just tired to really focus on a story-based game, like why don't I put in like, 20-30 minutes of Burnout Paradise, or a game like that, a game like Forza, a game like Forza Horizon would be so great for something like that. But even when I picked up Forza Horizon 7, I believe, the unnumbered one on Game Pass, I absolutely loved it, but that's all I wanted to do, and I didn't play any other games. And even if I say like, all right, 20 minutes a night, over the course of the week, that's a couple hours that I could put into something like Sunset Overdrive, that I could put into something like No More Heroes. I have my Assassin's Creed my Assassin's Creed Pilgrimage that I'm doing. I've beaten 1, beaten 2, I've beaten Origins, I'm on to Brotherhood next. Should I be putting in those like chill wind down hours into Assassin's Creed, because I have hundreds of hours to go in that. So that's where I'm just kind of getting existential with it. Like, if you're watching this and you struggle with the same thing of like your backlog, and the number one rule of beating your backlog is stop buying games. Fuck that. That depresses me greatly. I'm trying to limit the amount of games I'm playing, and on Friday we will talk about my new system, the Health is Wealth mindset, from Maddie and Cog. I got my own fitness gaming initiative that I got going on, so let's just say I'm doing a lot of cardio and I'm doing a lot of push-ups, and we'll talk about that on Friday. But all that being said, yes, I'm trying to buy only like 3 games this year, and only like be ready and try to beat X amount of games before I'm buying any new games. Make sure I'm not buying a game unless I have time and the bandwidth to play it. Definitely trying to do that more, not just buying stuff because it's on sale. It will always be on sale again, or it won't, and I'll pay that premium later. But I want to start an NBA 2K franchise mode always. I'm always like, I can, and I know that I just stay up late playing, one more game, and then it's like, 12:30. I spent more time playing 2K than I would have playing Final Fantasy, and probably more time that would be all of the time it takes to beat one of these DLCs. So, like, what am I doing? So, I'm curious of how many of you have the same problem where it feels like you're just not touching multiplayer gaming at all, which is so interesting because it was such a strong component of gaming from like 2007. Obviously, that Xbox, the original Xbox with Halo 2. I'm just saying from my point of view, it was all encompassing for everybody I knew from like 2007 of like Halo 3 coming out. That's when it really picked up, when Xbox 360 with the wireless adapter, like everybody was playing Halo, everybody was playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Black Ops, playing zombies. And then like for me, once I got into college, it was a lot of 2K, it was a little bit of Call of Duty still, it was, I guess, some Battlefield, which is interesting. And then Overwatch, during college, post-college, played so much Overwatch, just hours and hours and hours, and I wasn't terribly good at it. So that's the thing too, it's not like I'm going for like MLG level, it's like, do I put in enough time to get good? When this fucking Marvel Rivals game comes out, I gotta try it, and I can justify that because I have a gaming channel, subscribe to Random Binder Gaming, there goes my plug, subscribe to Random Binder Gaming for more gameplay focused stuff. Like, I'm definitely gonna try it and try out different heroes and stuff like that, but I don't know if I can make that a daily thing. So, I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for loving sports games and not playing a sports game since like Madden, whenever Gronk was on the cover? I think that's Madden 18, I don't even know. It's been so long. Like, I love 2K. I own multiple copies of 2K. Am I dumb for not playing it? Or would I be dumb for playing a franchise mode in 2K instead of playing Wind Waker and like No More Heroes, for example? I think the time it would take for me to do a whole season in 2K would be like 2 to 3 major games off my backlist that I've always wanted to play. But I'm not always in the mindset to play those single player games. So that's the conundrum that I run into. And if you have any struggles yourself, I'd love to hear in the comments. If you have any answers, if you're a trained therapist or psychologist, please let me know, like, how crazy. I know I'm like not what they call normal, but like on a scale of like, serial killer to like, you know, serial like liar, serial like using ad block and like, you know, serial like you know, creating a new trial account for some of these things instead of paying for a full what am I even talking about here? How crazy am I? You know, I think I just answered my own question, but this was just a fun rambling one, a random rambling type of bit that I was trying to figure out for myself. So I figured, well, why not make a video? So just a loose one today. And like I said, if you like existential dread in your gaming, if you like trying to figure out how best to cope with all the games coming out and how to figure out which ones you want to buy, I would tune in to Friday, because we're going to be talking about me setting fitness goals related to the big 3 games I want to play this year, being Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, and after that recent showcase, Metaphor Refantasio looks like it's going to be my first completed Atlas RPG and one of the best games, you know, in a long time. I'm not going to hype it up to be unrealistic, but it looks amazing. And I can't wait to jump into it. I can't wait to just like leave all like the Persona baggage behind and just play this without like being behind or trying to catch up. So super thrilled for those games. And yeah, I'm gonna be talking all about what the system is and why I got to Planet Fitness 2 hours before work this morning. So until then, check out some other vlogs on this channel, the Random Binder Scraps channel. And you know, if you've gotten your fill of that, and if you've liked a bunch of those videos and made my day, run on over to Random Binder Gaming, which is my gameplay focused channel. It's kind of my baby. I think realistically this is going to be a more popular channel. It's a bit more you know, user friendly, a bit easier to jump into than a 45-minute Tom and Jerry video, or over an hour of replicating a very old WrestleMania match. But there's some fighting game content. I'm starting to find my groove with how long these should be. Also, I'm going to be playing a bunch of Steam demos and prologues that have been released for free. Obviously, you can go play them yourself, but if you want to check that out, there's Skura Ritual, which is really exciting for me as an Irish, you know, I say Irish American, as a, you know, if my great grandmother came over from Ireland, and I just have a lot of Irish pride, so it looks like a Left 4 Dead type of Doom type of experience with Celtic lore and deities and stuff like that, so I'm thrilled for that. There's an awesome looking hockey game called Slapshot Return, or Slapshot, yeah, Return, I believe. That's like backyard football meets NHL hits, which I talk about all the time on this channel, or on that channel. So I will be playing in the coming weeks, probably still every Saturday. I don't think I have the bandwidth to do every Saturday and Tuesday, but we'll see. But for right now, every Saturday around noon Eastern, but sometime throughout the weekend, I will be dropping more gameplay focused videos and stuff like that, and just having a good time playing some video games. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. This has been kind of like a mini update, a much needed, like, work's been crazy, but I really do look forward to making content on this channel. And for any of you who have checked it out, like, it means the world to me. Like or comment aside, like, just the fact that there's a view other than me or my girlfriend is, it means the world. So thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to this rambling. Thank you so much for dropping a comment about how crazy I am, what multiplayer game I'm really missing out on, if Helldivers 2 is really the best thing since sliced bread. Let me know. Until next time, I will catch you in the next one later. Bye!